Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, welcome. I'm Deidra. If you're returning, it is great to see you. So this is going to be, I'm going to do this in a few parts. This specific video is going to be the things that I found useful at Disney World that we used. Because I know there's a lot of videos online about you need this, this, and this. Like some of the stuff was super expensive and I bought some of it. I didn't buy all of it. So these are the things that I found most useful for us at Disney World. So first and foremost, or not useful, things that maybe weren't as useful. First and foremost, we did the magic bands. These were a hit or miss for us. We liked that we could get in and out of our room and in and out of the parks with them, in and out of the resort, in and out of the parking at Disney World. But the design of them makes it very easy for them to come off if you like accidentally bump it while you're walking. I tried to actually tape Hunter's closed with the Band-Aid while we were there. Once Hunter realized that his actual watch didn't get him in and out of our hotel room door, he wouldn't wear it. So we basically just had to carry his band and tap him in and out of the parks with his watch. And then my husband and I used our watches to get in and out of the resort, in and out of the hotel, parking, the theme parks, all that kind of stuff. So these were about $50 a piece. They also have to be charged every day. So they didn't hold a charge for very long. So I definitely think that you could do Disney without these. Save yourself $150 if you have 3 people in your family. You can use your phone to get in and out of everything. You don't really need these. It's just supposed to be extra. It's supposed to make it easier. I don't know that it really did. They also, when you're walking by places, they'll start vibrating on your wrist to let you know that there's a picture opportunity there. We did stop and use those photo features, but they'll just randomly like start vibrating. So these were something I think we could have done without. So that's just my personal opinion. I could have saved $150. The second one was a portable charger. This one does watch, like your Apple Watch, and your phone with the plug. The first day I was like, oh, we don't need that. So I ended up not carrying it. And then on the second day, we were at the parks all day and I didn't have this with us. And my phone was on 5% by the time we made it back to the hotel. So I ended up using this more on day 4 and 5 or 3 and 4. So the last 2 days of parks, I used this every day and I actually really liked it. I even used it while we were traveling to keep my phone charged. So this actually turned out to be really great. Like I said, it does the watch here and then your phone. So this backup battery charger, I would recommend. Let's see, backpacks. So for backpacks, I was trying a couple different ones. I tried one of Hunter's like smaller. It's probably like this Spider-Man one. And that one did fine, but the strap wasn't really long enough for like an adult. So I did keep it under the stroller most of the time unless we were in line for rides. And then I took it with us. The last day of the parks, I had purchased a leather purse for myself, a little backpack purse. And it was a little bit like maybe about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. It just seemed like it, maybe because the straps fit me and not, you know, a toddler. I ended up switching over to that the last day and that worked great. But honestly, I think a backpack like this size, this is what I actually just got from work as a gift. It's not a full-size backpack, but it's not super small. You can put your water in here, your chargers, your, you know, ears, your whatever, your hats. We did bring some moleskin, and like we had a first aid kit and moleskins. We ended up using the moleskin a little bit, not really for rubbing, but because maybe we were starting to get a little red in places and we were trying to like offset it. So we used the moleskin for that. But we didn't use the first aid kit. We didn't even take the ponchos for the rain that I had purchased because we checked the weather. I know Disney randomly rained, and it did rain a couple of times overnight, but we never needed the ponchos. It did not rain while we were at Disney, so we didn't have to use those. So thankfully, I just left those at home. What else? For walking shoes. So everybody, at least for when we were there, we had been told to bring 2 pairs of walking shoes. We ended up doing just one for luggage space. We just didn't have the room for more stuff. So I did 1 pair of shoes. My husband did 1 pair. And then we had like 2 or 3 pairs for Hunter because his shoes are a lot smaller. And Hunter's was fine, but he also had a stroller. You know, if somebody pushed me around in a stroller all day, then, you know, I'd be more comfortable too. But the first day my feet hurt pretty good. The second day we had gone to Publix and purchased insoles for the shoes. So my husband had put my insoles in and noticed that on my, I think they're A6, on my A6, they were paper thin. The insoles were paper thin. As soon as he changed them over to these new gel insoles, my feet were golden. I had no issues with my feet after that. So that was great. My husband also had no issues once he put his in too. And then we obviously took sunscreen and hats. We never even used our hats, to be honest. It just, I mean, the weather was nice enough and we didn't feel like the need to use it. What was the other one? Insoles. Jackets. I did not bring enough of a jacket. I only brought a sweater because, again, packing space. I definitely would have brought a better jacket because it was in the 30s and 40s in the morning and at night. In the evening or during the day, it was beautiful. It was 60s, 70s. The weather was phenomenal during the day, so that was fantastic. But at night and in the mornings, it was pretty cold. So that was, you know, kind of unfortunate, but it's okay. So I would definitely consider that, packing and layering, so that way you can like shed layers throughout the day or whatever. We rented a stroller and a car seat from, I think they were called Baby, or what were they called? Let me see. Car Seat Rentals Orlando. Who was it that we used? They were fantastic. I really enjoyed them. Rent Baby Gear of Orlando is who we used. I called and spoke to them. They gave me recommendations based off of like my son's age and size of what would be more comfortable for him. They met us at the airport. They dropped off the car seat and the stroller. I liked that it was a 5-point harness car seat because anytime I've tried to rent from like the rental car companies, it's always a booster seat. So, and it was about, for the car seat and the stroller for a week, 7 days, it was $180, which was cheaper than renting from Disney, the stroller from Disney, or renting the car seat booster from the rental car company. So they met us at the airport, dropped it off. They met us at the rental car place to pick them up when we were leaving, which was great. Highly recommend them. So Rent Baby Gear of Orlando. I highly recommend them. They were fantastic. They have more than car seats and strollers. So if you need, you know, anything for your baby, cribs or high chairs or anything like that, definitely check them out. They were top notch. I really liked working with them. For our rental car, we used Fox Rental Car. I've never heard of them, but they were really good. We only had one little incident on the way to the rental car agency from the airport. Their shuttle driver wasn't slowing down, and a fire truck was coming at us, and so then he ended up slamming on the brakes, which even though all of us were seatbelted in, Hunter went flying into a metal divider by the door. So after that incident, we relocated Hunter to in between us instead of just next to the side, and that way we made sure everything was fine. But yeah, we weren't a fan of that, obviously. But thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. Hunter was fine. I just didn't like that. I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or what, but they upgraded our rental car. They upgraded us to a Dodge. I don't remember what it's called. It was some sort of Dodge. No, was it Dodge? Yeah, Dodge mid-size SUV. We were not mid-size SUV. We were not super impressed with it. It was nice. It was a Hornet, a Dodge Hornet. It was nice, but it was so narrow, like the windows in the front. So getting in and out of the car, even like I'm 5'4", I smashed my head getting into this driver's seat. It was a keyless start. It constantly put itself in that auto shut off feature. It had more bells and whistles on it. Every alert was going off that everything was next to us or going on. Like, it was just like, it was a lot. So, but it was a nice car. It was a fair price. I think we paid like $280 for the full week for the rental car, unlimited mileage. We also added on the toll roads through them for $13 a day or something like that. It was like 13, 14 bucks a day, because everything in Orlando or in Florida is toll roads. So yeah, we did upgrade to have toll road coverage. So I would recommend that as well. We flew Delta. Our flights going out we had a delay. So we were supposed to leave at 7 in the morning. We didn't leave until like 9:30. Landed in Atlanta at almost 1. So I pushed our 11 a.m. flight from Atlanta to like 3:20. And so we had enough time to like eat some lunch and get to the gate and kind of settle down for a little bit. But that was kind of a bummer because we were supposed to be there at like 12:45 in the afternoon. We didn't get there until after 5 p.m. It was already getting dark, and we still had to get to the rental car place and get to the resort and meet our in-laws, my in-laws, for dinner. And so it was just a really long day. But going home, we had no issues. All the flights were on time or early, and it was great. We had no problems at all. So Delta was fantastic. We really enjoyed flying with them. Our day home flight, our return flights, they actually managed to put all 3 of us together on both flights, which was great because I hate that they don't allow you to like sit with your whole party. You have to kind of pick and choose. So it was nice that we could all sit together, because then if I needed help with my son, my husband could take over, that kind of thing. So that was great. What else? We did not utilize the laundry service. Disney does have a feature about you can ship goods home that you purchase, souvenirs. So we shipped home the droids from Droid Depot that they made. That cost us $18 from the hotel to ship. And we shipped it on a Thursday and it arrived here the following Saturday. So it took like 9 or 10 days, which wasn't bad. They told us it could take up to like 25 business days after the 10 days for the tracking number, so that it could have taken a long time, but it actually wasn't too bad. And then I bought my neighbor a gift and shipped it, and it only cost me a few bucks to ship it from the store. I bought it right in the store and they shipped it right then and there. And it arrived like a couple days before that. So that didn't even take a full week to get here, and it was here. So that was really nice. That was a nice feature because trying to get stuff home would have been a nightmare. We also decided to ship things home in addition. So going out there, our suitcases were stuffed, and my arm hurt from trying to navigate Hunter and 2 suitcases and all, you know. And so on the way back, I decided I don't want to do that. So I actually had my husband go to the UPS store, and we packed a huge box full of dirty clothes, clean clothes, makeup, souvenirs, because I bought a coffee cup and some coffee, and anything that we didn't need for the next day, I had him ship. Things that Hunter wasn't using from the backpack for the flights, I shipped those back too, because I did not want to carry anything more than I had to, because it was my backpack carry-on and my luggage carry-on were so full and so heavy, it was just a lot. So I decided to ship everything back. It was like $80 to ship it back, but honestly, I didn't have to check any luggage. I didn't have to carry it myself. It was fine. And that was counting the box and stuff too. So it worked out fine. So we did do that as well. Let's see, what else did I buy for the trip that we didn't even end up using? I bought all of my ears from Amazon. They did just fine. I didn't have any issues with them, except for like on windy days, they wouldn't stay up. But that wasn't a big deal. I just would take them off for that period of time. Food. Actually, you know what? We'll go into the food in another video, because I'm going to talk about the resort and the food, I think, in that video. Because I think that there were some important things that we kind of learned along the way. So I'll share that in a next video. But I think that's about it. I think that was all the stuff that I found most useful on our trip. We did take bathing suits. The pools were heated. They were still cold, but they were heated. So take a bathing suit if you think you're going to swim. Like I said, the pools are heated. They do have lifeguards out there. So that it's very safe, the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's it really. Because other than like the watch, having to charge the watches constantly, the battery pack, the backpack, those I found were the most useful things for the whole trip. A lot of the other stuff you could have done without, to be honest. So, but yeah, I hope that you liked this video. I hope that it was helpful. Please make sure you subscribe down below. Hit like on this button, on this video, not this button. Hit like on this video. Please make sure you share it. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.